Amnesia.
Hello and welcome to Nerd Block. This is episode 4. I'm your host Corey, along with your host James. We have a few visitors with us today.
Tonight with us we have Jeffrey and Michi, and we also have Kain.
Hello.
It's Kain. He was playing Amnesia.
Yeah, I
He
know
was.
you did deploy me, guys. I'm going to close my laptop for this. I'm just joking.
Because we're not that important.
That's what you
You're
get.
not.
So tonight we're just
I
going
love
to
you.
talk about a few things. We're just going
I
to
love you, man.
Love you too, man.
chill. Tonight's our first night with video.
Yep.
Lots of fun. So now you don't have to watch a black screen on YouTube.
Yeah, now you can watch a bunch of idiots be
Watch
stupid
our
in a
flailing
trailer.
arm movements. Flailing arm movements.
Check out my bracelet.
Really? No
Yeah.
one cares about your
Yes,
bracelet.
yes, they do. Shut up. You're not in this.
He's right there in the video.
No Gangnam Style.
No Gangnam Style, not yet.
All right. We are Nerd Block. Check out our Facebook
Twitter and possible
Twitter
Tumblr.
And our mush.
When you get the Tumblr up, we will announce Tumblr. And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And check
Subscribe. We
check
like
out the
subscribers.
Yes,
We
yes,
high
we do.
five subscribers
Yes, we do.
with
High
hands,
five?
not with chairs.
We have 5.
No, we don't have 5. We high five.
We high five.
Oh, we have 5.
Listen,
I thought you said we had 5. I was like, really? I was
if
like,
you didn't have a beanie over your head.
Okay, it's my beanie. Okay. It's my beanie.
All right, our topics tonight.
Well, let's just start with the first one.
Okay.
Let's keep them in suspense.
All right.
It's right here.
Okay, so what was the first one?
First topic. Old video games from our childhood that we miss.
So many, I can't even count them
All right,
on
but
one hand.
just for the sake of it,
Or
we'll
five.
start off because we're all going to share a whole lot of them probably. I miss Spyro.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's actually-
Specifically
I like that one.
Spyro 2.
it was fun.
I like Spyro 1.
I found it so for me though.
To each his own.
Yeah,
I won't hate you that much.
I didn't play it as a kid as much as I did as like middle school, late middle school.
Ah.
But I played on the PlayStation 2, so by then it's my graphics thing was like, all right, this is really crappy graphics, even though it's old school. And then it's just, I could never get jumps right. I'd always like fall just short of like every jump. But that's like almost every old school game I do.
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Every old platformer, there's that one jump where you're like, son of a whore.
I think it's almost every video game
Yeah.
It pretty much
that they
is.
try to put in one jump that you can't.
Yeah. Just to screw with you.
Freeze through the whole game except that one jump.
My favorite game as a kid was Crash Bandicoot.
Nice.
Specifically, it was the second one for the original PlayStation, not PlayStation
Yeah.
2. I almost beat that entire game.
Was that the one with,
So
was that
close.
Wrath of Cortex?
I believe so. I know it had Cortex in it, obviously. But, pretty much, I know...
Was the third one.
Yeah, Wrath of Cortex, that was the first one for PlayStation 2. It was two, I think it was 2 Crash Bandicoots for PlayStation 1, and then it went into PlayStation 2. But pretty much, I had almost beaten the game. In the game, you got all these crystals, I got all of those.
Yeah.
But after you get all the crystals, you start collecting gems, which is if you get every box in the level. There's 100 gems. I got 99. All the crystals and 99 gems. There was one on the very last level. It's just impossible. You were just staring at the computer.
Yes,
wanna
I
point
am.
that out. Do you not like the way you look on screen?
No, I enjoy it.
I'm looking at the camera.
I'm looking at the computer. I should be looking at the camera.
I just look over it. No, you don't have to look
Every
at the camera.
time. Every
Look at-
time.
Look
my
at
eyes
me.
are look.
Look at me.
My
Look at me.
eyes are
Okay?
up here.
Are you sure? You're pretty juicy.
Yes, they are.
No, I just looked over. Y'all are
'Cause
just
you
like
can do
staring
this.
at the computer.
Well, I mean, it's something to look at.
You see me one time in the podcast.
Haven't you abused him enough tonight?
I don't know.
Hey, Corey,
It's
17.
You've already,
Ah.
you've
Let-
already
let's
been
not get
corn
into that.
dogged.
All right. So what else is there? Jeffrey, do you have an old school favorite?
For me, it has to be Super Mario 64.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah,
was
yeah, that's
I
a good.
I
loved
like
that to death
Long
when I
game.
was a kid.
Yeah, the game took forever.
I
It
still
did.
love
I remember when it was back when you
Still haven't
could
beaten
rent.
haven't
You
beat it.
could rent Nintendo 64s.
Yeah.
And my dad would. I got my dad. One particular time, I remember I got my dad to rent it. He was on his way home from work. It was like 7 o'clock. And he was really tired. And he was really pissed off, too. And it was raining. And
it's raining.
he got it home. And at that point, I couldn't put it together, so I would always get him to do it. They didn't have.
You couldn't put it together?
No.
You couldn't put the
Really?
game in the slot and then flip
No,
the
I
switch?
couldn't. No, I couldn't put the cords and all that stuff.
They were color coded,
Oh
weren't
my
they?
God.
They were color coded.
And plus, they're like different sizes. You can see when you look at the back.
When you're
It's-
like 9,
There's
No, no,
three
no, no.
pieces, 3 pieces.
You
that's
remember
it.
that
By 9,
little-
I built my first computer.
That's a lie.
Yeah, sure.
It was plastic, but whatever. And I drew it.
And you drew-
You remember that thing when you were little where you try to put the triangle in the triangle hole and circle in the circle hole? You were the kid trying to fit the square in the circle hole.
no, I wasn't.
That's-
Screw you.
No, he was trying to
Why
put the
does it not
square
go
in the
in?
microwave, and it just exploded.
What's going to happen if I put this in here? But anyway,
For science!
it didn't have we couldn't figure out why. He worked on it for like an hour. We couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work, and finally we realized that there was a cord missing. So my dad went out
Oh.
at 8 o'clock at night to that
Well, that's not too late.
to that blockbuster. For him working all day,
Yeah,
it
that's true,
was
That's true.
to that blockbuster and got that one cord
I've done that before.
and came back, and I proceeded to play it until bedtime, which was like 2
I remember when I
o'clock.
bought the. You just slapped the microphone.
Yeah, you
Fuck.
did. You just did.
Congrats.
Really, dude.
You're not allowed to put your drink there anymore.
Yeah.
Pass me one.
It goes over there.
Oh my goodness.
Over there
Um,
on the counter.
I remember when I bought the Kinect, which I've already gotten rid of.
Yeah.
And
I'm done with it
I bought the
anyway.
Kinect, and then I realized I didn't have enough room in my house. But as soon as I bought the Kinect, I got it home. I was so excited to play. I forgot what I had. It was some fighter thing.
Did.
I was excited.
Ow, get down.
Why are you moving around so much?
He's trying to.
Are you kidding
No
me?
one cares.
And
You
it's
just
gone.
moved it. You just moved the whole
Thanks,
camper.
Jeffrey.
Chaos
Moved
everywhere.
the camper. And I was just taking a sip out of my drink, and it falls on top of me.
Stop
Come on.
moving. You're the captain. You're going to make the camper fall in on itself.
Anyways,
Oh, this is the first look that any of our viewers are getting at the crappy camper.
yeah,
It sucks.
the one we
Just
cast in.
joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you can hear the crickets through
The one you can hear the crickets. Then hell that we've got
How old is this camper?
79, I believe.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's old, but we got it for free, so can't complain.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I got the Kinect. It was the wrong one for my Xbox. Because apparently there are 2 types of black Xboxes.
Yeah.
There's
There's-
the solid black and then there's the shiny black. They gave me the cords for the shiny black.
No, there's the elite, then there's the
Yeah.
slim.
Yeah.
Oh, well I guess the shiny black is the slim?
Yeah.
Okay, and that might have been it. I don't know. It's black
It didn't
and shiny
work.
black.
I got this.
Racist.
I got
Why's
this
it gotta be
slim.
shiny?
That's not racist.
Why's it gotta be shiny?
It's like shiniest. I don't know. Contrastist. I don't know.
Something like
I got
that.
the slim.
Shiny is
That's
not
what
a
I got for free.
race.
Fall free.
How did you manage to pull that off?
Wait, what'd you get for free?
Well, I got it with the computer.
What did you get
The
for
Xbox. Well, you gotta listen. I said I got it for
free?
free.
You told like this, I can't understand everything you're saying.
Man.
Let's try that again, kiddies. You,
I
what
got-
did you get for free, and what did you have to do to do it?
Well, I bought a computer, and so you know how they have that special whenever you buy a computer?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you get
The
that.
Xbox College Special.
Oh, yeah.
You buy a computer, you get an Xbox.
Yeah.
You walk
And I
out
gotta-
singing and skipping.
I gotta connect with it too.
You got to Kinect. Oh, did you buy the Kinect?
No, it came with it.
What?
The
Because they're-
Slims came with the Kinect.
Ah.
Yep.
At least at the beginning. Now they're being cheap and parting it out.
Do you have the Star Wars game for the Kinect yet?
I don't really want to do the Star Wars.
Whoa.
He will break his walls.
Pretty much, I
He
want.
has a Kinect. He's gonna use it at some. Do you just use it to talk to it?
No,
I love doing
no,
that.
I use it to. I play that on.
Xbox on.
I play those fighting games like Lights Out. Or
I don't know
fight,
all the names
the
of them.
UFC.
Yeah, I'd play the UFC trainer one. I tried that, but like I said, I didn't have enough room in my house. Like it was like do jumping jacks. I did that,
I'm
and it counted like 2/3 of the jumping jacks I did. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just get through this. I was like, do sit-ups, and I was like, all right. So I got back as far as I could. Did sit. It wasn't registering any of them because the camera couldn't see
Did your mom
like
come in?
my butt portion. I knocked
You're
over the
lucky that was empty.
Did your mom come in? And she's like, "What are you doing, Corey?"
Oh, yeah. Tell the story.
Let me just tell it. It's a quick story. So I was working out. I think I was still doing cross country, and my trailer is a trailer. So if you're doing something physical, you're probably gonna shake it. And so I'm doing sit-ups in the back room, And my mom just bust over the, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just doing sit-ups. She thought I was doing something
Naughty.
Not
different.
safe for work.
Not safe for radio.
Something very,
Anyways,
very
back to
naughty.
topic.
Michi, what old video game do you miss?
I believe that's one.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Captain, you've already knocked over that twice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one.
let's not
for
do
me.
it again.
Without
I think that should
touching
be
it.
the new penny jar. Is whenever you knock crap over.
Pillows fall on me.
Actually, those are cushions, but that's...
That was insane chaos. He hit the microphone. He got up. The whole thing shook. That fell.
Everything.
Captain.
falls.
Waiting for.
God.
Now,
Superman
how
to
does that
bust
make
through the
you
window.
feel?
Proud
Really? Pride is the one emotion you choose?
that
Sure.
I can cause that much chaos without even meaning to.
This is true.
This is a gift.
A
He was
horrible
born to be
gift.
Discord.
He was born to be failboat.
Fail podcast.
Yes.
Your
Anyways.
shipment of fail has arrived.
Favorite game, Michi.
Hey Pikachu.
Hey, Pikachu.
Oh my
I
god.
vaguely remember that.
I love that game.
It's the game
so
that
much
taught
fun.
me how to speak to my video games, and I still, to this day, yell at my video games.
What was the point of this
Know
game?
this.
Because I never played that.
You literally, all you had was a microphone,
my God.
and you would tell Pikachu to, like, run around and do tricks and stuff, and he would do it. And sometimes he wouldn't listen to you, so you would have to scold him for it.
So it taught you to be Hitler.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
with
All right.
Pikachu.
Awesome.
That explains how you are
And you
with
can hit him with a
Jeffrey.
bamboo stick. You can hit Pikachu with a bamboo stick too.
You're
Wait,
her
what?
Pikachu.
Why would you hit
You're
Pikachu?
even
If he doesn't
yellow.
listen to me,
Hey,
go like
hey,
this, like, Pikachu,
hey.
do
This
it!
is also this is now video. You can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll watch it.
And my editing skills aren't good enough to put in a blur.
Hey. Hey.
Blur.
Watching you.
The
I
camera's
always
watching us.
feel
Make your
like
own censorship.
somebody's watching me.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, censor yourself.
Let's see. How often are you gonna do that?
Quite a bit.
Yeah,
Kane?
right.
Yes. Sonic.
Sonic.
Very old
Nice.
Sonic, like the very
That's pretty-
first one.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I'll be honest, the only Sonic game I ever played was that one for the Dreamcast.
Okay, yeah, Sonic Adventure.
Dreamcast was ballin'.
Yeah, it really
I'm
was.
sorry, that was epic.
But
I was at
that
college one day and
failed.
somebody was playing one.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, somebody had it hooked up to that huge HD TV, and he was just playing some old Dreamcast game that
I
I
remember-
never heard of.
My favorite Dreamcast game was Miss Pac-Man. You can judge me all you want. It
Miss
wasn't.
Miss
It wasn't
Pac-
like the
it was
flat
bow.
screen.
It was the
No.
bow on top of it.
No,
Right?
it wasn't like the flat screen. It was like an actual 3D.
Oh,
like Pac-Man game.
I know what you're
It
talking
was so
about.
ballin'.
I know what you're
It
talking
was
like
about.
the
That
best
was
thing
fun.
ever.
Yeah, that is fun.
I've never played it.
You never did. You gotta get it.
Well,
They're trying to
Dreamcast
do-
Only
wasn't
time,
out-
only
out that
time
long. And that was the only thing it was on Dreamcast. I
Yeah.
think.
the only time
Okay,
I
I
ever
won't
played a
make that straight,
Dreamcast was when I would go to my cousin's house. They would have a Dreamcast, and all they had was Sonic.
Yeah.
So
Did it
That's
have
what I
like
played. Was
in the
amazing.
controller like another screen? Didn't it? I think for
something
certain
like
ones.
that. It did have this giant hole that was never used for me.
I
I
think
was
you had to
confused
like
about
buy
that.
the extra screen maybe,
I-
and it went in that giant hole you never used.
I was a little
It's just a
confused
hole
about.
inside of me, and I need to fill it
You remember that?
with more video.
You remember for Pokemon Coliseum, there was a specific
Oh,
controller
love it.
attachment
Yeah.
where you could
Yes.
put in your Game Boy games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
God, the people who made Pokemon have to be marketing geniuses because they're the
Well-
reasons link cables came around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
And-
they're like, all right, well, let's make a really great game called Pokemon. No, wait, hold on. Let's make it to where they have to collect all the Pokemon. But in order to do that, they have to buy both copies or find a friend with those Pokemon.
Exactly.
Odds are the people of these playing games don't have friends, so they're gonna buy both copies.
Exactly.
That's pretty much. And then we'll come out with a third game later on.
Like a year after the release of these two, we're gonna come out with a third one that has all the Pokemon in there except for it has additional one.
Yeah. Their logic is crazy. It's just
It's
it's genius.
I remember where you had to get Jirachi. You had to get that one bit CD. That Pokemon is. It's like is it an agent?
which
or
one was
something like that?
I don't
Jirachi?
know.
Jirachi was
But
the
your
little
Jirachi-
Star
Was
one.
that, was that
The only
the
way
metal
to-
psychic?
Steel Psychic, yeah.
The only way you could get Jirachi is by getting that GameCube game and download it and having that hookup.
Yeah, you had to
The
get
GameCube
a,
games actually were pretty good.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're
had to
I
get
still have
Coliseum
my
to do it.
GameCube.
I
Yeah.
actually
I
have
love
Gale of Darkness still.
Yeah, that one was
Oh.
beast.
Oh, love it.
Where you get all the dark
dark
the dark
ones?
Lugia
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I caught all of them too. I was,
For me,
I was a
the
Pokemon master.
memorable thing for Pokemon
Use your Master Ball.
was I got all the, it was Crystal. Pokemon Crystal. I got all the other legendaries except Raikou. Raikou, I chased
Raikou.
Raikou, whatever, all over
He's not a cow.
Wingle. Wingle.
that game.
Oh.
All over. And his stupid roar attack. Oh, you want to catch me? I'm going to roar.
Do honor. Use his mean look.
I did not know to do that.
You remember the cloning glitch for Crystal?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cloning glitch.
Where you saved it while it was while you or like in the PC box or whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did that so many times. I had the only Pokemon I ever got to level 100 legit. I cloned him so many times it turned into something else. I had like 10 level 100 Charizards with
Singo.
fallen moves. No, it wasn't. It turned into a Kingdra.
What?
Exact, but I could never get it out of the box, and whenever I did, it would just turn into like some scrambled data, but it wasn't missing though.
He's missing those.
It's just,
It was his
Squares.
retarded cousin.
a bunch of squares or something like that.
I
That you
don't
swap out?
remember.
Yeah,
But
if you
it-
caught
Floating
missing,
head.
no, your game would fuck up.
Dude, you should have hooked it up into your
I know,
Pokemon Coliseum.
Actually, that was a myth.
Really?
Dude.
Yeah, it was a myth.
You should
I
have hooked
know,
it up to your Pokemon Coliseum and see how it turned out. It's
I
like-
know. I battled a friend. I had I think it was blue or yellow, but I had it and I went to battle him and he had 6 level 100 Mewtwo's
What the-
and just killed me.
What
Oh
a
my
Because he had the
gosh.
crystal and he did the cloning glitch. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll battle you. And I was like, this will be easy. I had my Raichu, I had my Blastoise. My Blastoise was balling. I love Blastoise.
with
Yeah,
Mewtwo
me
going
too.
against him.
Yeah, no, well, no, I only had 2
Mewtwo's
100s.
everywhere.
He only had one, which was the Mewtwo, but he cloned it so many times.
Oh,
So,
Let's
yeah.
see, what was the move set of my Charizard? I didn't know about the different strength of moves back
I
then.
don't know if we can go into move sets.
Yeah.
Try to remember that much.
Well, I remember what I had on. I had Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Ember, and Fissure.
Ember.
Yeah,
Ember for
I didn't-
Charizard?
Look, I didn't know about the different strength of the attacks back then. I was little and
Charizard
I'm gonna
naive.
do
Ember.
flamethrower and fire blast. Brah, brah, Ember.
Yeah, I know. It was
Charizard
pretty
just
stupid.
didn't feel that great today.
It's for when you found an Oddish. You just
Pretty much.
There you go.
You see that
I'm not gonna waste any.
Charizard doesn't feel
I'm
it
not
today.
wasting my Fire Blast on you.
so your
Ember.
Charizard was
Come
like
on,
ashes.
John.
It just didn't care. It's just like whatever.
Pretty much.
Ember.
And one thing I will say though, whenever I
use
used
flamethrower.
Fissure with that,
Ember.
Nah.
whenever I used Fissure with
Yeah,
that, I
Magikarp.
almost never missed.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
nice.
You have Magikarp.
When I evolve,
oh
I'm
my
going
God,
to
I
kill
hate
you
that
all.
thing so much.
Favorite Pokemon ever has to be a tie between Scizor and Hitmonchan.
Really?
Yes. Well, I love the Soul Silver Hitmonchan because his ability gives extra power to punching moves, and I can teach it Fire Punch, Lightning Punch, Ice Punch,
I missed the
and
elemental
Sky
punches.
Uppercut.
They brought those back for
Nice.
Black and White, right? The elemental
Uh,
punches.
I think so.
All right. Like for Ruby and Sapphire, and I think no, not Ruby and Sapphire. Stop talking about Gangnam Style. And
I thought he just burped.
well, he's being very quiet. I doubt that Mike actually picked it up, but it's a thought.
Gangnam Style.
Hey,
Ah.
never got Michi dancing over there.
Diamond and Pearl, that's what it was. They took out
Oh,
Fire Punch
yeah.
and
Diamond and
Ice
Pearl.
Punch and all that.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't have a Hitmonchan in Diamond and Pearl. I had Platinum.
Well, they just took them out in general.
They should
Right.
really
It's
remake
upset.
Oh,
Crystal.
I'm just
Crystal
really gonna
was
think
awesome.
after Black
Love
and
the
White.
Crystal.
What name do you think they're gonna come out with next when they're done with Black and White?
They always
Sepia and
sepia.
whatever.
Uranus.
I'm not.
They're horrible at pronouncing things.
I've
Well,
never heard it
yeah.
pronounced. Screw you.
You're gonna do planets next. Uranus.
No, it has to be colored. Let's see, there's red, blue, yellow.
It doesn't have
Amber.
to be colors
No,
because
no.
of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Gotcha.
gemstones.
Yeah.
It's colors and gemstones.
Planets next.
Why would they do planets?
You're doing.
Because that way they could have 9 more games.
Yeah, not really.
This is
Uranus would be a funny
eight.
one.
Pluto got dropped off.
Which Pokemon
by
are
the
you
scientific
playing?
community.
Uranus.
But if you ask any child, how many planets are there in the solar system, they're
Pluto
gonna say
doesn't
9.
count. Pluto is the
Pluto
midget
does
of the
too
planet
count.
family.
Okay.
He got booted from the party.
I bet you anything, Pokemon Pluto would be the best freaking game ever.
It'd be horrible because it'd be really short and there'd be like 3 Pokemon.
True.
They need to make a Pokemon MMORPG, or like I don't know what it's called. World of Warcraft style.
MMORPG.
Yeah.
That would be
He
cool.
came out with a new
I
class
really want to do
for
that.
World of Warcraft.
Where you actually control.
I don't care.
They're pandas.
Like the actual character, like you can make
I was
them
laughing
jump and
about
do
that.
other stuff rather
Right.
than just walk in
Just
certain
walk
spaces.
into grass.
And you can't jump ledges. Like this high up. I can't make it.
More like the cedarwood tree.
Oh,
I
God.
Can't get past this little twig.
Well, no, it wasn't a little
Logic.
twig. He was in a live tree. I'm sure every time he tried to pass it, he just slapped you like the one in Harry
Bitch
Potter.
slap, no.
That was a bigger tree.
It was a bigger tree. That was King Pseudo-Udo.
Time.
That was level
No.
100.
That was
Yeah.
the one that got sent to Lake Rage, Lake of Rage, and got that signal and went all Gyarados
How
on it.
depressed would you be if you actually got a shiny Magikarp and got a Gyarados?
No, they had a meme about that.
Yeah,
Caught a shiny Gyarados. Everybody thought I got it at Lake of Rage.
yeah, that would be
They
really
have it
depressing.
in the black and white too. There's another shiny you find.
Yeah,
I can't remember who it is though.
I forget what it was,
But
it was
everybody's
really
gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't catch that shiny. You just caught it where they gave it to you."
Ah.
I know I know the Pokemon events they do like all the time where you get special Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
I've only been to one, and that was to get Victini.
Which one was that?
Victini was awesome. Fire
Wait,
Psychic.
Wait,
Yes,
I know what you're
rabbit.
talking
The
about.
black and white.
Yeah, I know what
It's
you're
like a
talking
rabbit
It's-
rat thing looking.
There's a
Kinda.
Rabbit. Yeah.
Like
It's
a,
like a rabbit.
mixed with a bat and a
A bat.
mouse. Because
Okay.
the ears.
We're getting too recent. We're supposed to be
I
talking
don't
about
care.
old games. Yeah, you're right.
Pokemon is timeless.
This is true.
It
Well,
was,
Especially
the
since-
games are. The show is not.
I watched
original
well,
show.
Ash
Okay,
is
the original show
timeless.
The
was fine.
show.
I watched. No, I watched. The
Ash
other,
will never get old.
Here's the
I
thing:
watched
if
the
you
other ones too, but that was kind of funny.
here's the thing about Pokemon: if you watch it like the old original episodes and now the current episodes, Ash's voices has gotten higher.
Yeah.
They've had to switch voice actors.
Well, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's been out for years.
That's
I'm
1995.
sure voice actors tired of going, "Go
I'm-
Pikachu!"
Pika Pika.
20 times a week.
Here's Thunderbolt. Remember that?
Yeah, I want.
Thunder Smash.
There's one specific girl that
Yeah.
does. I'm pretty sure like half
Oh
of the
my
Pokemon
God,
voices.
yep.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine how
Annoying.
incredibly
Annoyed.
tired of her job she is.
You didn't do
Careful,
that
you
Pika
just,
right.
like,
Do it
slammed
again.
it.
Yeah, she does
God
Pikachu. She has to do it for like each take. She has to
down.
do like 20 different Pikachu. What are you doing?
Scooting
Get
down.
comfortable.
What would be the funniest?
He
one to
And then the whole
pronounce?
knocked the
Pokemon,
microphone.
funniest name to pronounce.
The funniest name, or ones we can't pronounce, or ones that we still don't know how to pronounce.
Magikarp.
Because nobody knows how to pronounce Magikarp.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
totally.
That just thing is kind of funny how she has to repeat that thing because Magikarp when he's like flapping on the floor like that. Magikarp,
Everyone called
Magikarp.
it Gyarados. I'm pretty sure it's Gyarados though. That's the
Really?
thing. Yeah. Well, if you look at its spelling, there's no
Yeah,
A.
but
I
in the
had
actual show itself, they call it Gyarados.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Was it you?
They spell it. They don't spell it.
I could have
anything
sworn
like
that one day at college I had to single someone out in front of a group of about 40 people who played Pokemon who was saying Gyarados.
I know.
Wait,
I've never
Might
said
have
that.
been you.
I've never said that.
No,
It's just how
you
it's
Never
spelled.
said Gyarados. I've always said
Gyarados.
Gyarados.
There's
I-
some people who say, I've wanted to smack so many little kids for saying so. One little kid got me mad. It wasn't a Pokemon. It was the evolve and then evolution.
Yeah.
There are kids that will
Evolution.
say, yeah, evolution,
Evolution.
and it makes me want to
Yeah.
stab them.
You're
You
saying
kidding?
it wrong.
The closest
It's
you
like
have is
evolution.
all of the
They're
evolutions.
like,
Yeah.
Charizard's the evolution of No,
No.
Evolution.
Oh, that
Oh
made me-
god, I can see you having that conversation with them. No, shut up.
You're
Evolution,
wrong.
you idiot.
You're wrong, and here's why.
Here's a meme. What's next?
Do y'all want to shift off of this topic? I
No,
mean,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go
let's-
to another
just old
topic.
TV shows.
old TV shows. You want to jump straight
Since
to
we're
that?
talking to old
Yeah, we'll get nostalgic.
Try and go back to nostalgic.
members,
I think Codename Kids
What'd you
Next
say?
Door.
Remember.
Funny.
Codenames Kids Next Door was very good.
No, it wasn't. I'm
No,
scarred.
no, you're not in this conversation
I'm
then. Get out.
scarred.
Get out of this
Why?
camper.
The pink eye episode.
Oh,
That
That
was
has
funny.
forever scarred
That was
me.
disgusting.
That
It
was so funny.
wrong
see,
and
your
disgusting.
concept
I
of
got
funny
it wrong,
and
though.
hilarity and all that wonderful jazz
I know.
is different from everyone else.
Have you watched
That
Invader
is so
Zim, though?
funny. It's like,
Yes.
what's
Do you like the
Postulio.
one where he gets the zits? Postulio?
I have not seen that one. Ew.
He
Oh
gets
my
his
God.
The
giant.
pink guy. What about the filling? Remember the filling?
Oh, no.
It's
oh,
not.
oh, no, we're just.
What's the filling? Oh,
Not
God.
that one. Not Postulio.
Oh,
That one, he just gets a pimple and it explodes. That one's
No,
kind of nasty.
No, Postulio,
There's
it
two
fills
more.
up and he like hypnotizes people with it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I
okay.
have no clue what you're
Well,
talking about.
in the end, it pops.
Yeah.
There's two more. The Day of Molting. The one where he gets all his green zits, and at the end,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
green. But when he goes to work at like a chicken store or whatever, and they're like telling them how they make it, and they say they like use dirty napkins and send it into space, and make dirty napkin meat, and it's just the artwork for it is so gross and disgusting. It's like perfect.
ugh.
And there's another one. There's another one. Actually, there's two more that I can think of. There are a bunch of Invader Zims that were disgusting.
Yeah.
There was
Didn't it get
Mostly
yanked?
every single one of them were kind
most of them. There was one
Yeah.
where he was stealing organs, and in the end, he's just this big Invader Zim, and
Yeah.
you see organs coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, I
Oh, wow.
remember that.
And
Didn't
the-
it
and
get
the
yanked
dirt-
off
Yes,
off
yeah.
air because
Yes,
it was too controversial
It
or
was
something?
just too. It was
I think
too
the
much.
Christmas episode is what did it.
The Christmas was just their last one.
Oh, I
that
thought
one wasn't
that
that
one was
disgusting,
hilarious.
but it was hilarious. Raise the shield. But yeah, it was so funny. Like the nurse went up to him, he had like organs pouring out of his mouth. Look at the healthiest boy I've ever seen. You have so many organs. But it was so he was just replacing everybody's organs with different. He replaced like the assistant or whatever with like the Moog noise, the one thing you tip and goes, replace like her vocal cords with that. It was great. And then there's one where Dib tries to find out if the chicken man is real,
Oh,
and it's
God.
just a guy who can't get his zipper off the chicken soup.
I vaguely recalled it.
It was just so gross.
I borrowed the entire box set from Megan.
Yeah, I've watched it over and over
Yeah.
again. I love it.
Here's a question: does anyone else here remember the show Beetleborgs?
Yes.
Yes. Oh
That
my
show-
God.
I wanted to be a Beetleborg.
Yeah.
did too.
I went
had
back
the
and
action
watched
figure
it
when I was
though.
little.
Yeah.
I had like it was one of
I
the,
had the blue one.
it was like a tank.
I can't remember.
It was like a cross between a beetle and a tank, and it was
Yeah.
like one of my favorite toys, and then I
Yeah.
lost it.
I
And
had
to
the
this
toys.
day, I'm pissed off about losing it.
I have no idea what happened to my action figure. I just remember putting it in a box and it never came back.
I have so many toys. I'm so upset that I lost as a kid.
I went back and watched Beetleborgs on Netflix. It's on there. Don't go back and watch it. It will ruin your childhood because it's just so terrible.
Yeah.
Is it like Power Rangers when you go back and you
No,
what the
Power-
hell was I watching back then?
The original Power Rangers.
The original Power
was
Rangers was
amazing.
amazing. I watched
Yes.
Mike the Microphone do a live stream of it the other day, and I was like, why?
One of
Why
the
did I
things,
ever
one
stop
of the
watching?
toys. Speaking about toys we lost as a childhood, I had the Green Ranger's dagger. And when
Aw.
you pressed the button, it made the whistle.
Oh my God, you got that
And
too?
Ballin'.
it was beautiful,
Ballin'.
and I loved it. And I don't have it. If I still have it, I bet I could sell it for quite a good price though.
You probably could.
But I mean, I wouldn't. I'd keep it. I love the Green Ranger.
My dad, when I was very young, I was so into Power Rangers.
Your dad hated it?
No,
His
no,
grandfather did.
no. Yeah, because he had to watch them all the time.
My
Oh,
grandma
what are
Um,
these?
Power Ranger.
I picture your
but
grandfathers with like, what is these
What
faggots wearing
happened
these
was, I would get when I would get like seriously hurt,
Uh-huh.
like burn myself or something, because back then I was kind of stupid. And I was like, oh, what's this? I'm gonna touch this.
Just back then.
Ow!
Kids are.
Screw
You,
you.
you do realize you're the captain of Fail, right?
I wasn't
You've
a
been
Captain
there
Fail back then.
since the beginning.
No, you were just stupid.
You were the cabin boy of Fail.
You were born.
He was
Anyways,
born
continue
with
your
it.
story. Continue. No,
You know
no
what,
more
Corey?
insults. Hey, they were
Hey.
going on with it too.
Hey, Corey, pass me one.
Anyway, I would get hurt,
I got
and
it.
he would surprise me with one of the Power Ranger action figures. Back when they were so hard to find and get.
I love the Power Ranger.
My dad would like drive to like the city
I had so many green ones.
to find me one,
Nice.
and he would always.
Did you have the one where it's like he's in that outfit and it has his regular face and then you click the button on the back?
I had
and the
two
mask
of those.
goes
Oh
up?
my God.
I had two of those. I
No.
had the red and the blue of those.
I had the blue and the green.
I had the original, plastic ones with those little
Yeah, because
Complete
We can't
thoughts.
figure that. I
Ray
can't
Complete
figure
thoughts.
that.
With
Oh,
the
okay.
little
Yeah,
blasters
what
that,
is it?
that we
Oh,
used
okay.
to go in the holster.
it has the things.
Oh, yeah, I had one of those, too.
I gotcha. Yeah.
The best ones though, the best Power Ranger toys were always the one of the Megazords.
I have so
I
many
had
Megazords.
I had something y'all probably didn't. I had the Megazord, the big one, that you could separate and make the others.
Oh, you lucky.
Which one was
Bastard.
that?
Like, you know how you could separate the original Power Ranger. You could separate all of them, and then you
Yeah.
could build them up like they do in the
I
actual
had,
show
yeah, I had the whole
to
set.
create the Megazord.
I had this.
the whole
Oh, I
set.
have that one.
Yeah, it
I
was
had
awesome.
The very
Um,
first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that one.
Well, no.
Wow.
I think it was like the very. I can't remember. If it was the very first one. No, it was the second one because I had the Falcon that went on the back.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I had.
No, it's
But,
it's awesome.
But my grandmother loved us. The fact that me and my cousins all loved it. Like even my girl, we all love Power Rangers. She bought us all different color of the Power Ranger gloves that when you pressed it, it made noises.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
And we would just run around her house, just Power Ranger fighting
That's
everywhere.
awesome.
Aw.
I had the blue ones.
I had the
They didn't
the
make green gloves for some reason.
I had the Megazord. It was just the White Ranger,
Uh-huh.
and
That
it
was a
would turn.
tiger.
No, it was a lion. I'm fairly certain it was a lion.
Yeah, it was a,
Anyway,
It was either or. It was a big cat,
It was
and
a
I had
business
it would
thing.
turn between the cat and the actual
Oh yeah.
Megazord. It was actually really cool. I got it from. Where did I get it from? I want to say like Goodwill or something like that.
I remember
I do-
when the white Power Ranger was the green Ranger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We all know that, Jeffrey.
Spoiler alert!
I remember the
14
Phantom
years
Ranger.
ago.
Spoiler! If you're looking to watch Power Ranger, we just ruined the ending for you.
Yeah,
Green Power
ruined
Ranger turns
everything.
into
What
the
about the
White Power Ranger.
Phantom Ranger?
I think, but I did watch the it was a little while ago, the first Power Rangers movie.
Oh god.
Oh wow.
So horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
No
a great
kidding.
movie, but there were so many moments where you're just like, really?
Right.
You mean the Ivan?
The biggest retarded move was by the White Ranger. He takes his dagger out, and there's enemies below this big crate, and he throws the dagger. Dagger could have just cut the rope, and the crate would have fallen. No, the dagger spins in circles. The enemies are watching it spin in circles, not moving out from under the crate. And then the dagger stops, and the tiger on the end of the dagger shoots lasers out to cut the rope.
One moment.
And
one
the
moment.
enemies just watch it happen.
One moment, Corey. I have to do this real quick.
Yeah, go back and watch it. It was so horrible. And like you don't realize it as a kid, but he could have just threw the knife could have cut it. No, it did like
It had
8
to be-
circles and then stopped in midair, floated
my
in
God.
midair, and just shot lasers and cut the rope.
oh my god, just imagine that was the actual war weapon we had right now. Yeah!
I know it's
want
gonna
it.
cut us. Wait, what is
It's
it doing?
spinning around us.
What is
the
it
hell?
doing?
Lasers!
It stopped. It's that.
Hey guys, this speaking thing works a lot better when we take turns.
Oh,
No, we were all
God.
just shouting.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We're having a
Oh.
shouting
Very
match.
coherent.
It's like we're watching a video of KY or Speedy.
I'm
Oh,
winning.
God, that's too funny.
It was so horrible. I was so upset with my childhood at that moment.
What about
man.
Ivan Ooze?
Ivan, he
I
was
remember
he was a cool.
He was a
character.
cool character.
He was, but that movie, watching that movie again is just.
He was gross, but he was cool.
There's so many moments.
He was cooler than the rest. I thought he was one of the coolest bad guys.
Now the internet has ruined us. So
Which one
yeah.
was the first one? I don't remember the first Power Rangers movie.
That's-
the
no,
first
that
one
was
I
the first
remember
one.
was Turbo.
The first one was the one with Ivan Ooze.
Okay, then I do.
Okay, that's on
Because
Netflix.
That's when they got the new Zords. They had the original Zords, Sabretooth. And all
Yeah,
that
because
stuff.
his
Yeah.
stupid
And then they-
Ooze people
And then they
owned
turned into
them.
Ninja, and they got the ape and the frog and the wolf and the.
The ape, the frog is like.
Another
black one
thing,
was a frog.
another thing.
I know, but
when
the
I was
frog, I mean, well, why the frog? Why would you choose a frog?
when I was a
He
kid,
didn't choose
Well,
it.
in the
It shows
movie,
him.
he was like, "I'm a frog." And she goes, "Yes, but the frog becomes a prince," and then she kisses him on the cheek, and he's like, "Blush,
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
blush, blush."
No.
Can black people blush? I'm genuine.
No, listen. The original ones.
Really?
That's horrible.
The first,
man.
but the first movie didn't have all the original Power Ranger characters. That's why people don't realize it's the first movie. In the original Power Rangers, the Black Ranger was black and the Yellow Ranger was Asian. But in the Power Ranger movie, they switched it. The Black Ranger was Asian and the Yellow Ranger was black. Not even joking about that. They're like, all right, it's getting too racist.
That was
what
the
do we
start.
do?
That was
getting
the
too
start of
racist
the political
for-
correction.
Just switch them. It was
Oh,
so.
I remember that. I was,
Yeah.
I was like, when I was
The Asian
like,
kid got the frog. Yeah.
No, I can't believe I thought about this at this age when I was like, he's like, you realize that the Black Power Ranger is in the black suit?
Yeah.
I was like, that game, and my brother's going like, oh yeah. He was like, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I was like,
But
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the
frog was kind of cool.
the
though.
leader,
like, he stuck his
Jason-
tongue out and like it grabbed it and then like electrocuted it through the tongue.
the leader Jason
That's
was
the
like
cool one.
Indian,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Native American?
No, he was
What?
white.
I thought he was
No,
Native
no,
American.
no.
Jason.
No.
The red
all white.
the Red Ranger was white, and I think
It was white, Asian, black.
Yeah.
White. For the Green Ranger.
they had tokens.
Yeah. They had the jock, the pretty girl, the nerd,
I'm
the
waiting.
black guy, the Asian chick.
I'm
and
waiting
then-
for them to have a pink ranger
And
who's a
then
dude.
the karate hippie almost. The Green Ranger. is
Well,
almost
Billy,
hippie a
Billy,
little
the
bit.
blue one, he was actually
It's the same
gay.
one
Because
for
he had the
every.
ponytail,
That
yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
The same thing for
Not the
each
slightest.
Power Ranger generation.
No, not really, because some of the newer Power Rangers they only have 3 Rangers.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
And
The
that's
new
what
Power
Ranger
Rangers
Samurai.
aren't that good.
They're not that
honestly.
great.
Dude,
The last season
It's
I
the same
thought was
way.
good was
Power Ranger Samurai.
the last
I think it
one I
was
thought
some.
was good. I think it was Samurai where
Yeah.
they there were 3 of them
Yeah.
and they all did motocross in their spare time
Yeah.
instead of karate.
Yeah.
That was
Decent.
decent, but it was meh.
Power Rangers
Wait.
lost the touch.
Wait,
It really has.
wait, Samurai? That was Ninja. When they did motocross.
They're the same damn thing.
I don't know. I thought that was no, it's Ninja, Samurai, because they have 2 different.
No,
things, 'cause
Ninja was the second.
Yeah, that was the motocross.
Whatever.
That was
The
in
one where
between-
they
it
did
was in between
motocross.
Turbo.
That was the Ninja one.
It was in between original and Turbo.
Oh,
Was
well,
the
Yeah.
ninjas.
okay, well, not
Yeah.
those ones.
But yeah, Turbo is where I started losing interest. I like Turbo, but it was just eventually you're just like, really, cars?
Yeah. There was one.
And then the blue one, the little kid, where he'd be like
Yeah.
3 feet tall.
Yeah, and then he turned
transformed
into
the
a
Power Ranger,
full-grown
and he's
adult.
like the tallest one of them all.
Yeah.
And it's just like, really?
Which one is this one?
And then you could have made him a little
How
taller.
do
but
I
you're gonna make him
puberty?
That, didn't his voice get really
No,
deep?
it was.
No, it stayed the
was
same.
Oh,
what
God.
So if you didn't know there was a little kid in there, you just come so confused. All right, guys, we gotta go defeat this bad guy. Yeah, let's do it.
I wonder how you would react to that if you were deaf. You would never be able to tell. Where'd the little Blue Ranger go?
Where'd the little kid go? See the Blue Ranger? No, he can't be the Blue Ranger. That's too tall. No, it is crazy. What's another old? Did y'all ever watch Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yes!
dude.
That's on Netflix now too.
The little
I'm
tokens
happy about
he got were balling, dude.
The
It was just amazing.
the talismans.
Talismans.
They had the mask ones.
I'll give you a good old show reboot.
But
I
I don't even know what that
is.
is.
No one knows what reboot is. This makes me
This is an
You're all
old,
alone here.
old
It
show.
used to come. It used to come on Toonami, the good
I
Toonami.
gotcha.
Old show that
Good to know.
it wasn't a kids show, but it was an old show, and I watched it when I was little, and I loved it.
Ow.
Robot Wars.
Yes.
I
Loved Robot Wars.
Yes.
Nope, I don't know.
You never saw it, or you don't like
I
it?
don't
They
know.
built
I don't
robots
even
and
know.
made
What-
them wars.
that-
What they would do? It
Awesome.
was basically just a cage match where they'd put 4 remote-controlled robots in, and then they'd have 4 house robots, which were just so overpowered.
Oh.
And then they would
Like
just
the
have a
people make
death
them?
match.
Oh yeah, now I'm telling you.
Well, I know they had like
amazing.
one matches where it'd be like 1-on-1, but they'd have like obstacles in the ring,
Yeah, they had the
like
pits.
fire pits.
Flame-
They had the
saws
saw
on
blades
the
that would
side,
come up.
Yeah,
They had the flamethrower. which
The
I liked.
flinger.
yeah, the flinger. Oh my
The
goodness.
flamethrower was awesome.
Yeah.
Flip them upside down, and they'd be screwed.
Yeah.
The other robot's like,
Un-
all right.
Dangling.
Yeah, I know. What is Dangle?
What?
There's something dangling outside.
That's a spider.
Oh, I see it. It's the spider web.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It should look
Congrats,
I'm
really-
guys.
looking outside.
No, it looked really weird. Just
We're
dangling
doing
Okay.
from the-
Anyways,
We're
we're talking.
doing
About,
things.
we're talking about this now.
We got
Get
distracted.
back on topic.
Any other old shows that y'all can think of? Junkyard Wars was a good one too. That doesn't come on
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, that was decent.
I love Junkyard Wars. That is the epitome of redneck. Let's go into a junkyard. Oh, you got a bunch of barrels
Oh,
and
okay.
old remains of a car and some duct tape. Let's make a boat. Let's make a submarine. They made a submarine out of one of those giant propane tanks
Oh my
We could do it.
god.
and a Beetle,
We could
a
do it.
Volkswagen Beetle.
We could do it.
I know we could do it.
We could do it.
Shut up.
Let's do it right now.
So we're gonna find a beetle and some propane tanks.
Won't be that hard.
Well, we are in Amelia. We can just
Yeah,
hijack
yeah,
it from
yeah.
somebody.
There are
Okay,
2
got it.
yellow beetles I know drive around here. And there's plenty of propane tanks.
Oh yeah. Also,
Propane.
propane sexers.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay, I got another show.
Whoa!
Not that old.
damn it, Bobby!
Oh, I don't know.
That better not be a
Oh,
video
is, that,
game.
is that from King of the Hill?
Really?
Yeah.
Took you that long?
Really?
I don't watch the show. It's like I only watched it like 5 episodes and I got bored.
I don't
And
watch
you
that many.
don't-
I still know what boo is.
I love
Whoa.
King of the Hill.
Did y'all watch Ren and Stimpy as a kid?
Yes.
No, yes,
yes.
I did, but I hate. It's like right now I just hate it.
That show is mentally scarring.
Yeah,
it
it is.
is.
If you watch it now, you're like, why did my parents ever let me watch this?
Rocco's Modern Life.
That was another
Yes.
screwed up one. That's another one.
What was it? All Real Monsters?
I
think
hated
that
that
Oh,
show.
that was like-
What?
I didn't like
loved
that. I also didn't
show.
like Hey Arnold.
I didn't like that too much.
I love.
I just-
But All Real Monster, you didn't like the purple one that had a really high pitched voice or whatever. I can't remember.
I can't
The
really
purple
remember
one.
that much of it, but
Yeah, he was purple. He had the long face and the ears.
Wasn't he? I
He
thought
was
he was
red.
red.
No.
he was
No.
He's purple.
He was red.
reddish purple,
He
something
was
like that.
red.
He was maroon.
Maroon
He
works
was
fine.
violet.
Okay, there's another show.
What
guys.
I remember is,
Shaolin Showdown. I like that.
Black
Yes.
Oh,
Shaolin
Shaolin
Showdown.
Showdown was good.
I love that one so much. Just like I can't believe they only showed it for like a year and a half on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
and they
but
took
they're
it-
like
Yeah.
4 seasons of it.
I know, but I just like to keep watching it.
Pretty much every game show that freaking Nickelodeon had. I know there was like the Temple Run or whatever,
oh God, yes.
where they had like 8 different teams that were different
Yes.
colors.
I
Yeah, like
remember
the
that.
monkey.
Yeah,
deal
the
and
monkeys,
stuff,
the snake, and stuff like. And then they ran through the temple,
Yeah.
and they got
Legend of the Hidden Temple.
yes.
Yeah.
Legend of
Does
the
anyone remember the TV show Where is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh my
I
God!
remember
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember it.
it. Wasn't that great?
No, it wasn't, but it was
They
one of
had
those
so
things
many
from your
video
childhood.
Yeah.
The video games were fun.
Yeah,
They
they're
have-
actually fun. The
They
video
have a
games
bunch
were
of
fun,
different ones.
but they had a game show too.
Yeah,
They-
that's what I'm
Oh,
talking
that's, I
about.
thought you were talking
Yeah.
about the actual cartoon show. I thought you were talking about the actual cartoon show.
There were so many different ones that I don't know why it is, but I really love watching game shows. Lingo.
Let's
is,
play
Lingo
Hole
is
in the Wall.
Lingo. No, not Hole in the Wall.
That
That's,
show's
that's
terrible.
not a game
Okay,
show.
no,
That's fat people in a slim suit
Asian,
trying to
okay,
fit through a
watching
hole.
the Asian people do it is funny, but when we see a fat American do it, that's not funny.
Well, no. The thing is they only go through the wall, like what is it, like 6 times through the whole episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Some-
The
like
rest of it is them just talking and talking and talking, and
Yeah.
it's just that gets annoying.
Yeah.
Go on with the
In
game.
Ninja Warrior.
in the
Ninja Warrior.
I love
that
that
show
show.
ever.
I haven't seen that in forever.
What?
Wait,
American
There's no
Ninja
show.
Warrior.
They still have seasons.
which one?
I
Well, I haven't
prefer
seen
the
it.
Japanese version of
Yeah.
it
So do I.
because when they're running, you just hear that Japanese guy going
Oh.
nuts in the background.
Yeah.
He falls in. Ah!
He's Godzilla!
And then they go back to English, and you're just like, oh man.
That's
not
American
fun.
Ninja Warrior. No one really can do it ever.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
they can.
They
There are
can.
a lot of like Americans that have done it. And there's
Yeah,
few of
American
them,
Ninja Warrior.
but there's a bunch of them that have done it.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, the Japanese are more hilarious and better at it.
Well, that's
No,
because they're born ninja.
Born Ninja.
This is true.
Not always. They're actually. I think there's more
There was an
American
Olympic guy.
Ninja Warrior winners than there are Japanese.
Really?
Sure.
That's because Americans they train and train and train and train.
Oh, yeah.
Japanese don't have the money for that.
Yeah,
They're-
remakes.
There are
It's
American
not the
Ninja
money,
Warriors
it's the
that get
space.
serious.
Yeah.
Because there are a bunch of them that will recreate
Yeah.
the thing in like their studio apartment or whatever.
The thing
Yeah.
is, out here,
Oh.
like take my place for example. Out here, you actually have the space to recreate the entire course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you got the whole space.
I've
over
got
there.
36 acres out there.
Yeah. I know there was like one guy who he got stuck on the curved wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he built one in his house just to practice that so he wouldn't fail the next
Then
time.
he
Yeah.
did it, and he failed.
No, he made it. I think
Yep.
he almost got to the tower at the very
I've
end.
seen some other people who has that,
That tower
but
was
failed
crucial.
at that part.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm going like, I'm just thinking in my head. I was like, okay, you have this in your yard, and
Well, you
you're
gotta think-
practicing, and
you
you
gotta think.
fail it.
Pressure, everybody's yelling at you because there's just lines of people.
I thought that would
And
be
you're
more-
on international TV.
I thought you'll get more
And your
energy for
TV.
that.
You get nervous, dude, really quick. Because one messed up step, you're out.
Well, yeah.
It's not like at home where if you slip or something like that,
you
you can start over.
Yeah.
It's you slip, you're out. You're screwed. There are no start overs.
Yeah.
You go in the
I've
water,
seen-
you're done.
That and
I've
the
seen
time-
guys who have gotten to the tower before slip on the very first one, the jump over the water.
Yeah.
They'll slip and they'll just get so pissed.
I know. Well,
I would
because
be.
they get all,
It has nothing
they
to
get
do
there
with-
and all of a sudden they fail at the first step.
Practice is important, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
Okay. What obstacle do you think was the most annoying one in the whole series?
The one that looked the most painful to me, I think, was the one where you had to grip like the.
The
It was
like
just
1
bars.
inch ledge, and you had to
Yeah, the 1 inch
walk
ledge
on your fingers.
Yeah, you had to walk on your fingers, and then you had to like
let me do that.
you had to jump down.
Of course you do it.
You had to jump
Dude,
down and
that is
grab
actually
like another
fun.
one.
That's
Yeah,
so
you had to
fun
pull an
do.
No,
Assassin's Creed,
it's
basically.
not. I've
not
held on
fun.
to metal bars like that. That kills your fingers, dude.
Yeah, no. But
See, the thing is, you can't lift a car like he can.
That's true.
It's true.
that
oh
one
my God.
and the,
okay, let's bring that up.
That one
Why
and
not?
the I can't remember what ladder it's called, but the one where they're
Oh,
on
the
the bar.
salmon ladder.
Yeah,
Oh.
the salmon, and they gotta like jump up.
They
And
gotta-
God,
Dude.
that one.
you gotta have
Themselves
crazy
up.
upper body strength.
Yeah,
you
man.
have to- well,
Because you gotta jump. You gotta not only you gotta push down, jump up, and then have enough time to sling it up to
What
the.
about the
no,
one
not-
where they have
not-
the
no matter
balls that
what,
you have to
body,
grab?
upper body strength, but you need
Oh,
to
the
you need
sphere.
to angle it right.
Yeah.
Sphere
Yeah.
one. It's like the one. I think the 1 inch would be worse though.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
I think
It's
the
still
one
the
inch
same
would be
principle,
worse.
yeah.
Mm.
The one.
Wait.
See, I can see just doing walk, but they have to do like a foot drop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gotta kill your freaking finger.
You gotta throw yourself
There's-
off your fingertips.
Yeah.
I thought the one that was really pointless and kind of like a shitty ass one because I think it's like the one with the balls on the little platform and you have to step on them and some of them shake, and or they push up.
I can't remember. That sounds
I
like
don't know.
Wipeout.
Yeah.
No. I
That's
remember
like
what he's
Rebel.
talking about.
I think I know what you're talking
I think
about.
that was Woman's Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I thought that
By
was.
the way, they segregated that.
There's
Yeah, no,
a.
they-
so
I never
sexist.
knew that. There's a
Oh yeah,
women's.
there's a women's
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
That-
they
There was
separated that.
specifically women's, and honestly, it looked hard, but at the same time, it was so nerfed from the original Ninja Warrior.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, the one with the ball, the things that are shaking up and down like that, I'd be going like, okay, that's more of a pain in the ass obstacle than getting through that. Because you can like once that thing goes shoots up, you're like flinging the air. You're like, oh crap, I'm done.
Well, the one thing I thought in like the men's one that was like should have been almost impossible not to fail was the jump and then you grab the net. It's like
Oh,
how
yeah.
are
How
you
do
supposed to
people-
miss the net?
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
like right
cargo
there.
net. How did people ever miss that unless they were like the 300-pound American who was like, I broke the trampoline.
Fall
Has
through
it
the
actually
trap.
happened?
No,
but
there are
that'd be
people that
funny.
miss it. They just like go and they like grab it one hand somehow.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
then
it's a
they-
cargo net. Even if you miss, you hit the next one like an inch
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Just
Or your
flail
feet
like a
barely
moron.
touch the water and you get disqualified.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's the pain in the ass part.
Yeah.
I saw one guy. It looked like this one guy got. They let it slide because it was the shoelace that touched the water, so they let that one slide.
My shoelace fell off.
Cross your shoelace.
They're going like, oh, his shoelace, and all of a sudden he's like, we'll let him go for that one, and so he keeps on going.
Yeah.
I remember there's another Japanese show I watched. I can't remember what it was called, but it was always like different challenges. And there was one where like they had a whole obstacle course to do handstand on. Like they had to handstand the whole way across. There was like
yeah.
a mountain they had to go over. There was a rickety bridge. There was like a river they had to go through, and then they have one for stilts. The one for stilts, they had one obstacle.
Is that
That-
Bonzuki?
Just Bonzuki, that's
Yeah,
what it was.
yeah.
I remember that.
There was one on stilts, and he had to do one obstacle, and it was you had to walk through styrofoam.
Yeah.
Such a pain in the butt. Just, oh, crap. Still just sank right through it. It's just such a pain in the butt. I can imagine. And I'm just like, oh my god, how do these people do this?
I felt sorry for the one old people that did. Like, they looked like they were in their 70s. They had to pick up the wheelbarrow for his wife, and he couldn't hardly pick it up. At the very beginning, they already tipped over into the mud.
Nah.
And there was an old guy's like this. He's like, oh no, I can't get up. And his wife is under the barrel, the wheelbarrow, and she's like trying to lift it up, and the mud's in her face. And I'm going like, somebody needs to get her before she drowns
no
in mud.
idea what challenge you're talking about.
nor
That
do
sounds
I.
Hilarious.
Look it up. It's so funny. I
like
crying.
the,
I started crying.
I like the push-up challenge just because it made me laugh every time. Because the push-up counter was a bar that you had to slap with your head every time you get a push-up. So it's doing this. So you just see them going nuts, like doing 50 push-ups per every like 5 seconds, but their head's just banging this thing, and I'm like,
Ow.
I won, but I have a concussion.
And
You gotta have strong arms.
What about
and a strong head.
the barrel one where you have to move the barrels like closer to each other, but you're on like a teeter-totter kind of thing?
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember that one. No.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't
didn't
watch
watch
the
it
show a
much.
whole lot.
Dude, that
And the
challenge
ones
was
I did
so
were like
freaking
repeats
difficult.
of the same obstacles.
Yeah.
I remember the one where it was the domino run,
Oh,
where they
God.
had like 3 layers of like blocks
Different-
that were just standing
Yeah,
up,
different colors.
and you had to run across them as they were like falling down.
It was
They did
blue,
that in
green,
White
yellow,
House.
red. No,
Yeah.
orange and red.
Yeah, the red one
Yeah.
always got everybody like the
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah.
And just, I thought that was hilarious. Just so many.
Yeah.
I remember one girl. She was on the last one. She ran all the way across. She got to the last one.
Yeah.
The very last one fell over. She tripped over the landing stage and like fell off the landing stage.
Oh, dude.
You know how much that's gotta suck. I see it.
That moment when you.
Oh, I made a note. Okay.
That moment when you realize you're about to die.
Dude, it was just awesome.
Ugh.
So yeah,
that was a good topic.
I miss these old TV
I
shows.
really do.
And
Some of the newer ones aren't as great.
some
All of the new
are not
ones
terrible.
usually crap.
Not all of them.
Hey,
Not all of them.
Okay, American Ninja Warrior.
ponies.
We're all
Ponies
bronies
and
here,
Doctor
and you're gonna say, well, Doctor Who's also been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Well, yes, but they've only gotten better.
that's a timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timeless Time Lord
There are
and the Time
timeless ones.
Machine.
There's Pokemon and Doctor Who.
Pokemon needs this anime series needs
Timeless.
to go.
Well,
Well, no,
Well,
we're
they
talking
need
about
to-
video
they-
games.
they
Okay.
need to up
I'm
it
talking
up a
about
little
the
more. That's what
series
they
in
need to do.
general. Pokemon is timeless. Doctor Who's timeless. Magic cards are timeless.
Oh,
They've been
Yes.
around forever.
Yeah.
there's one Pokemon that was really disturbing. Is with the little pig that was like the tail. That's the only thing he has to walk around.
Spoink?
Spoink.
Oh, Split.
I read
I
the-
love Spoink.
I read the
Awesome.
description. It's disturbing. He said the only way to keep himself alive is by keep on jumping, and his heart, if he does stop jumping, his heart stops.
So he's Tigger.
So I'm going like he has, to
Big
keep, he has
form.
to keep on jumping, or if he starts jumping, he's
If
dead.
Tigger and
How does
Piglet
he
had a
sleep?
baby.
Hey,
Oh
Michi,
God!
pass me my laptop.
It's like a nightmare.
We're off the Pokemon topic right now.
Well, you gotta think. No, you gotta think. Maybe if it's like
Just
sleeping,
unhook it.
if it's just
Unhook
it's not
it.
bouncing up,
Just unhook
but it's
it.
just doing like this,
Yeah,
like
but-
on the spring.
Has been unhooked.
Constantly.
Dankeschön.
The only time he has to stop doing that when he evolves.
Have you ever seen a baby in one of those little bouncing things sleeping and still just bouncing a little bit? Just did that.
All right.
I've seen it.
Do you think it's time
Yeah, I
to
think
move on to ponies?
Yeah,
I'm doing a
just do it.
break.
A
You doing a
break?
break?
We gotta do a break. I'm hot.
Please
All
don't
right.
tell me we're gonna read that story.
Yeah,
from
we
your friend.
are gonna read
From your
this.
friend?
Huh?
Not
No,
that-
no, no,
Oh
no,
my
no,
God!
no.
Because I'm gonna say
No.
we had to go to the
No.
Twilight
All
Sparkler
right.
and Shining Armor.
No,
We're not talking about that.
Oh
no,
God.
no
Stop.
incest, no.
Stop.
No.
Golly.
Oh,
If he
Good.
watches this, he's gonna spaz out and be like, oh my God, you made my fic out to be terrible. No. It's just that part is
it's just
terrible.
that part is just. Oh God.
Stop the. Let's take a break.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
FHA, stop.
If you're watching on YouTube, we don't have the editing thing yet.
No,
No.
we don't.
There we don't.
This is part 1. Go watch part 2.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
it.
If
Go
you,
watch part 2.
if you caught part 2 first, go back, watch part 1.
If you're telling them that, this is part 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
You realize what you've done here.
Yes. I'll say it at the beginning of the next part. Just cut it off.
And if you're watching the next episode, come back and watch this episode.
Shut it off.
Use your time machine.
Time machine.
I got one.
No.